Okay, today we're going to go over the brushes and how to use them. We're going to do number 13 on the blog, black and white painting. So you're going to need 3 different black and white photos, and you're going to end up painting in color using the different techniques that I show you today. So when you're in Photoshop, you get your black and white photo open. The first thing that you should do is go to Image and then Mode. If it is grayscale, you're not going to be able to add any colors on top. So we'll go in and change it to the CMYK colors. Then you notice down here the color changed from gray to blue. So the paintbrush is right here, and if I hold over it, just hover over it, I see that B is the quick select to it. So if I hit B on my keyboard, then I will go to the paintbrush tool. If you click and hold, there's the pencil tool, a color replacement tool, and mixer brush tool. So we're just going to go over the brush tool today. Just like the other tools up at the top, there are different things that you can do. So you can change the size of the brush here. You can change the hardness of it. Do you want it to be a really soft brush like feathered, or do you want it to be painting really hard like you were painting full color? There's different modes and opacity and flow. And we'll go over those in just a minute. Down at the bottom here, the first color up front, that is always the foreground. The one in the back, that is the background. There is an arrow to switch foreground and background colors, and this other one is the default, so it goes back to black and white. If you click on the black, that's the foreground color, you can choose a color in here, whatever way you want it to look, and it gives you a preview right here. If you like a color and you want to keep it, you can say add to swatches, and then you'll be able to have it in your swatches, and I'll show you swatches in just a second. But in here there's also color libraries, and in the color libraries you can go to a specific color, and if you already know what the Pantone number is from a different program, then you can click on it to get that exact color. If you click up here, you can change it to a different colors as well. So I can get just pastels and neons. I can get metallic colors. So there's lots of different colors already made for you. If I go back over here and I choose a color and I say add to swatches, I can name it my purple blue, and then I say okay. Okay, now if I go over here on my right hand side, you see color, and you can click colors over here as well, and you can move so it changes the color here as well, or you can go to swatches. If you don't have this up, you can go to window, and then you can go to swatches or color. So when you have this up, if I go right here with my eyedropper, then it picks that color, which is my purple color that I had chosen to begin with. Okay, so that's a way to make different color swatches and to find your colors. You can also, there's a down bar right here, and if you click on it, you can add these swatches into your colors. So if I go to this pastels neon uncoated, if I say append, then it's going to add it in. So you see here's my purple color, and now I have all of these pastel colors as well to choose from, and neon colors. So you can add in more swatches. When you're on color and you click down, you can change the spectrum here. Okay, so if you want it to be CMYK sliders or RGB sliders, and that's this right here. See, it has the red, green, and the blue. So you can move these sliders over and then make colors as well. And if you click on this color that you just made, you can add it to swatches and name it what you want. Then when you go to your swatches and you go down to the bottom, last one, because that's the last one you made, there's different color. Okay, when you click up here with the brushes, there are also different brushes here. I have a whole bunch of them that I have loaded, and the next video will show you how to load more brushes. But if I click like on this heart and I go on the page, then you'll see it puts that heart on there. See how small this is? With your left and right brackets, you can make this bigger or smaller, just the same as if you go up here and change the size. So now I can go in here and you can see it better. So there's different brushes that you can get as well. For this, what we're going to do today, we're just going to use a regular brush. But you can change the hardness, like I said, feather it, make it softer so it's not so hard. And you can change the size up here. But it is quicker and easier to use your left and right brackets. So to color in this eyeball, what I would want to do is go up here in the mode and the opacity and change those. In the mode, you can click on these and there's different things that you can do. So right now if I keep it on normal and I paint in here, even though I have it on soft, you don't see anything else behind. It's just a full-on color. So I'm going to undo that. If I go on here and I change it to dissolve, okay, then it has this spray painting kind of effect. And if I go to darken, okay, now we're getting better, because see now inside of the eyeball you can still see the different textures and contrast the different dark and light values from the eyeball. Okay, so you can go through each of these and try them out. They do different things for each mode. Difference is kind of cool because it's like the negative of the image. Okay, but you cannot change the colors if you don't change your mode to CMYK or RGB. If it's at grayscale, then it's never going to be able to change. So when I go in here and color in parts of this, if I let go of my clicker and I go back over it, and now see it gets darker. Okay, so you need to make sure that you fill in your color all the way. And you can go back and forth changing to different colors or get different swatches depending on what you're going to do on here and color it in. You can also go to the opacity. Opacity makes it transparent or fully colored. So if I go down to like 40%, then you're going to see it's even lighter of a color. Okay, so you can change the transparency as well. Whatever you change up top, just like all the other tools, whatever you change up top, it is going to stay that way. So if you have this at 40% and you go in and you want to change your color, let's go to swatches and let's choose this blue color, and I'm going to go on here. Oh, why is this so light? It's not coming up very dark. Well, you have to undo and you need to go up to your opacity and change it up to 100% so that then it comes out darker. So every time you want to make sure you check up here, especially if you change it to one of these other modes. If you want to paint full on, you got to go back to normal. Because if I'm on, let's try the soft light again, and I go down here and I get a different brush, and I put this Christmas tree on here, you can't even barely see that, right? Because it's on that soft light. If I go back up here to normal and I put it in here, then it's full on color. Okay, so you want to make sure that you go back up here and you change these items. So when you're painting this, you want to make sure you change the size, paint it nicely with different colors, and you guys are going to have 3 different colors, 3 different photos that you're going to color in and paint with your own ideas and what you want to do. Okay. On these brushes, there's also this setting here where you can add in these different brushes already that are already on here preset. Every time that you add something, you need to make sure that you say append so that then it adds it to it and it doesn't delete your other brushes. So now I have these different brushes and can do different things with those. The next video, like I said, I'm going to show you guys how to actually get different brushes like my heart ones and things like that. And that's about it for this one. So make sure that you guys remember to change your stuff back up here. And remember, always go to image mode and make sure it's not at grayscale before you try to start painting, or you will not get any colors.